Frieren has surely solidified itself as one of my favorite anime of recent years. While it might be a little bit of a slow burn, it does show a lot of great messaging and great storytelling. But we have a great master-apprentice, mother-daughter kind of friendship vibe that grows throughout the series between our two main heroines, which are Frieren and Fern. Now, previously I put them head to head in their maid versions. Today we're going to go and check out a little bit more of an artistic look at the ladies in their standard outfits. Hey everyone, it's Tony here with Nerds Never Sleep, and it's time for another episode of Prize Figure Face Off. In today's episode, we're going to go back to the world of Frieren with these hopefully beautiful Bandai Namco Glasscape series figures of Frieren and Fern. Now, this series seems to give a little bit of a more artistic spin on things by putting Frieren and Fern both sitting in front of a circular stained glass window with their first companions. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see which design is going to eke out a win. So previously on the channel, we did have another prize figure face-off with these two ladies in their Luminasta made figure versions. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see which one of these ladies ekes out a win today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom y'all in. I'm going to let you take a look at the boxes, and then we're going to open them up, put them together, and see which one of these ladies is the winner. All right, so here on the front, we've got zoomed in looks at both of these lovely ladies, and they look like they're both looking off into the distance in the same direction. We've got the Bandai Namco and Banpresto logos. We've got the Crunchyroll logo. We've got the Glasscape and Frieren Beyond Journeys. And here on the sides, we just kind of extend the view from each one of these front pictures and kind of show the sides of the Glasscape as well. On the other side, we have a more zoomed out look at each one of these lovely ladies and their Glasscapes. As well as here on the back, we have another zoomed out full character view of each one of these. They look like they're going to be absolutely gorgeous. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. All right, so it's going to be age before beauty. I don't know, short before tall, master before apprentice. You pick. And oh my lord, that's actually a lot of assembly pieces here. So there are no instructions. So we're going to just go ahead and take a wild guess. So we have the stained glass piece here, which actually does have a decal on the back. We have a very securely bubble wrapped Frieren here. I'll take all the pieces out first. We have what looks like the bases for the bench almost. So these are nice clear glass. I like that. And we're going to have, of course, Frieren's staff. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to assemble this piece first, which now is going to be the base. So we've got the Glasscape here, and we've got two pegs here. So these legs have a hole inside of them, and they're going to just, they're going to stick right in. These do actually hold in pretty sturdy. So that's pretty much it. So we're kind of creating our own riser for basically what is going to be a noodle stopper. So I'm going to put Frieren's staff together. It comes in two pieces, and we can just put that together like that. And it's going to, oh no, we're not going to do that first. Correction, don't put her staff together first. It's actually got to slide through her hands. Then we can put the top of it on. So once it's through, then we can just kind of snap this top in. and boom, it's done. So, and then Frieren's going to just kind of sit here inside. So that's it. A lot of pieces, but a pretty painless installation. So I thought she wasn't sitting right. And guys, there is actually a groove on her booty right here. So she is going to actually lean in on that groove, which is why she wasn't angling the way the pictures looked. So full disclosure, guys, I didn't realize that. I'm correcting myself. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at Fern. All right, the master's done. Now it's time for the apprentice. Okay, so strangely enough, Fern's stained glass got bubble wrap and Fern did not. Whereas Frieren's did not get bubble wrap, but Frieren's body did. So I don't know what's up with that. But just like with Frieren, we're going to take the two legs. I'm going to slide them in. Boom. So there's hers right here. And Fern actually has a peg here on her hand. And she has a little hole in her staff. So her staff is going to, let's see if we can get it. It's a very awkward angle to kind of get it in. But there's her staff going in. And she also has kind of a slanted groove on her booty, which she's going to, let's say, I want to angle it right, unlike Frieren's, let's say. All right, she kind of goes in off to the side. And that's how you angle them to have that kind of slanted look. So I did not put this on right. I have to actually, there we go. Put it in her hand first and then put it through. And then she'll kind of set right there on it, and that's done. Went a lot quicker than Frieren's. So now we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a closer look at both of these beautiful ladies and see which one is better.
On every single wall, action figures standing tall, cosplay outfits ready for the con, inbox treasure never pawned. Space, a tale to share, pixelated quests all filed with care. Dusty joysticks, a click of the combo strike, and the room's alive with the late night tide. Guardians on the wall. 100 series later, I've seen them all. still stands old and new, playing every game. Pixel dreams and wireframe. Posters of legends on every single wall. Action figures standing tall. Cosplay outfits ready for the con. Inbox treasure never pawned. Every inch of space, a tale to share. Pixelated quests all filed with care. Dusty joysticks, they click, the combo strike, and the room's alive with the late night tide. Times you that can't be, time source keys. Well, I'd never be regular right line. Oh yeah, lie, oh yeah, fine. He's in my room, filled shelves on
Alright guys, so there was your closer look at these two beauties. Now, I'm going to just go out right now and I'm going to say, for starters, they're not what I was expecting. Okay? And that being said, they're not horrible. But they're also not as nice as I was hoping they were going to be. We're going to get that out of the way first. I do like that this is essentially noodle stoppers that are given bases. I wish we could get that with every type of noodle stopper. But at the end of the day, these are pretty much just awkward noodle stoppers with angled booties rather than flat booties, right? What I do like about these is the actual glasscapes themselves. I think the artwork is incredible on both of these ladies. But we'll go ahead and we're going to start with Frieren. So Frieren, as we saw here, had a little bit of a problem figuring out kind of which way her booty angled on the actual glasscape because she kept sliding downwards. And that is something that you might come into when you put yours together yourself. You have to basically angle that booty perfectly to where her boot is going to stand flat on the ground. And mine kept kind of sliding downwards. So I finally got her to angle the way she's supposed to angle. And obviously you guys saw with Fern, she just plopped her big old booty right down on there. No problem. I think the Frieren herself is sculpted absolutely beautifully, especially for a Banpresto prize figure. Because a lot of times they can get a little wonky. I think this is probably one of the best Banpresto prize figure sculpts that we've gotten in a while. I think the staff is completely well done. Her boots, her kind of mage's uniform, her ears, the hair sculpt is actually really good when you go around the full 360 of her. And I like, again, the artwork on her glasscape. Having all her hero companions from her first adventure. I like the look on her face, honestly. She kind of has that looking off into the distance, longing, almost sad look on her face that this series does capture so well with her. And I love how they pulled it off here. Now, let's go over to Fern. Fern, I think, was an easier assembly. And it also has her two companions and her father figure in her glasscape. But one thing I like about her glasscape too is it actually has the hairpin that she received as a gift in the series, which she does wear throughout the series. Kind of here as a front and center piece in the actual glasscape, giving a little bit more of her character. Whereas Frieren's has the blue flowers that are placed on her head by Himmel the Hero. So I like the color scheme of the glasscape as well, with all the light and dark hues of purple. It makes it really pop and it goes really, really good with Fern herself. Now, speaking of Fern herself, Fern is a very larger, I want to say, character. She's not a big girl, but when you compare her to Frieren, she actually is a massive person. They did a great job with scaling her, and she's actually pretty heavy. Her figure sat right down on that glasscape ledge, right where it needed to go, and she did not move an inch. I can appreciate that. It made the assembly a little bit easier than Frieren, who kept sliding down the glasscape. I think having her staff with a little peg going into it is a good touch because you don't have to worry about it falling out or, getting lost if you're going to need to move this thing. It's going to stay pretty much lodged into her hand. It's a good thing. Just like with Frieren's kind of going through her hands. All the details on Fern are really, really well done. Again, she's not flashy. She's not sexualized or anything like that. She has a very modest look. She's very, very down to earth. And they've captured that. Her figure, as opposed to Frieren's, has more of a kind of looking off hopefully, kind of glancing off hopefully to the world, as opposed to Frieren's, where it looks more like she's longingly looking back. So I like how just the different subtleties in the posture and the facial expressions can give that little different vibes. I think she's a perfectly well-created Fern. She's sculpted beautifully, and there isn't much flashiness to Fern's character, but this glasscape actually portrays her in a very calming, kind of very beautiful way, and I really like it. So, now that I've got my thoughts on each one of these ladies out of the way, it is kind of tough to pick a winner. Honestly, I should give it to Fern because of the way Frieren just kind of kept sliding down her glasscape. But after both are put together and they are kind of sat in the correct places, Frieren's got to eke this one out just off of the kind of look that she's giving with the heroes behind her. It does have more of an effect than Fern's, because Fern's, well, yes, it's her deceased father figure, but it's also her two current living companions. Whereas Frieren, her whole thing is that she's yearning for this companionship again. And having all her previous deceased traveling companions there behind her does have a little bit more weight to it. And I just do like the expression and the kind of feel that Frieren's has over Fern's. They're both very nice. Again, not what I was expecting, but they're still worth the price of admission. And the victor of today's prize figure face-off has got to be the master, Frieren, over the student, Fern. Now, again, it was another pretty tough decision, so it's going to come down to your personal preference. That's going to be it for this one, guys. Let me know who your favorite girl was in the comments down below, as well as any other ideas you have for future prize figure face-offs. What else you'd like to see? If you did like the video, do me a solid. Click the like button, the subscribe button, the share button. Spread the nerdiness. Follow on all the socials. The links are down in the descriptions below, as well as any purchase links that I've come across to buy either one of these two beautiful ladies. And that's going to be it for today, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.